My dear friends, my dear friends, this is practicing advocate Shiman Narayana Malila. Today, I want to bring to your notice regarding to your rights, the rights, fundamental rights, which provided by the Indian Constitution, especially those rights with respect to writ petitions, where you have immediate relief. You can get immediate relief with respect to writ petitions were provided by the Article 226 with respect to High Court, whereas referred Article 32 with special petition by Supreme Court. There are five writs is there. I'll tell you five writs. One is mandamus, another one is prohibition. First mandamus, రెండు habeas corpus, three prohibition, four certiorari, five quo warranto. These are the five writ petitions an Indian citizen or the person who covered under the Indian Constitution can go and ask the court and get the relief. Why I'm telling? People are suffering without knowing their rights. If they don't know rights, how you save? So you should know your rights. You should know the Indian Constitution provided the rights. The government or the police officer or everybody in the society, they're acting according to their law. For example, a police officer is coming and arresting you. How? Is according to law, you're bound to, he is bound to do. So where actions covered by the officer or an individual or anybody according to the law. So a good proverb is there. Ignorance of law, there is no excuse. So that, my dear friends, you should learn the law, you should know the law, you should know the rights. If you watch, if you watch or if you see in your day-to-day life, everything you're following the law. How to walk, how to cross the road, how you're with the family, how to respect others, everything is law. So you're following the law. But whereas sometimes either maybe officers, either maybe higher authorities, when overreaching that laws, you should know your rights, which can be control their functions through the act by constitution. You should use these rights. So that is the reason this is people's advocate, a practicing advocate having a legal knowledge came in front of you to share the knowledge. So today I'll talk about one writ petition that's called what? Mandamas, where the government officers bound to do their duty according to law. You approached make an application or you approached through a proper mechanism channel before to them. If they are not done their activity or their duty, then the Indian Constitution provided immediate relief which cannot go to any civil court or any criminal court. Straight away High Court or top courts like through a writ petition High Court, special writ petition Supreme Court, you have a right. Such a power given by Indian Constitution. As a citizen of Andhra Pradesh or as a citizen of India, you should use these rights. If anybody overreach those laws, ask them. A police officer, any officer overread that law. Then you have to ask one question. My dear officer, definitely I follow the law. You tell me, if you are overreached the law, if you want to make it a law, go to the parliament, make it law and change accordingly. I follow you. I follow this. In such a way, you have to talk. Why? You are coming and arrest or you are doing something. Who given this power? Law only given this power to you. then you cannot cross the laws, right? For example, you are coming and doing or performing your duty. How? Who given this right? Law only given provided you. Then you must be abide law, I must abide law. So that as a citizen of India, you should know the law. You should, this, when you know the law, you can protect yourself, and you can comply the law and make others happy too in their life. You should not do overreach law. They should not do overreach law. Anyhow, today I am talking about mandamas. With respect to mandamas, when local authority or officers or administrative or maybe while doing the performing their duties, they're supposed to do, but they are not done. You are validly, you are entitled or something which according to law, which you make an application to them. If they're not done, in such a case, you can make an application to, in case government or government agencies, you need to prior serve legal notice 2 months before, and then if they are not reply at that, you can approach the High Court under the Article 226. This is Manda Mas. One more, prohibition. What is meant by prohibition? Prohibition means prohibit, where lower courts or subordinate courts without a jurisdiction handling the cases, then top courts can say prohibit or stop inquiry or to do stop that activity. Higher court have a power to give such order. That's called prohibition. And then if you go with habeas corpus, what is meant by habeas corpus? Found the body. For example, illegal detention or illegal arrest happen. In such a case, you can go to the High Court. You make an petition either by lunch motion or normal way. Immediately it will be listing, and then with writ petition, the police officer within the 24 hours they will be found the body and they'll bring to the jurisdiction. They'll bring to them or bring to the person before the court. That's called habeas corpus. And then one more is quo warranto. What is meant by quo warranto? Where an officer holding that position, where he doesn't have a right or qualification to do occupy that seat. When they occupied, if you want to make them correct, you can approach the High Court by quo warranto writ petition. Next, certiorari. What is meant by certiorari? Certiorari means to certify that. For example, local courts or subordinate courts or lower courts before the High Court. In such a case, when the matter was taken up and when they are doing their duty, when overreached the law, or else what I want to say, doesn't have jurisdiction sometimes, and sometimes the procedural abusiveness, and doesn't have jurisdiction, and the process is taking so much time, it's not in the liberal manner, not in the accordance of the law, then higher court can interfere. You certify that or transfer to me, I'll take up and I'll do this. In the prohibition, certainly higher court says, say don't do anything, stop. In the certiorari, they'll ask transfer the case or certify this information to make it execute. Then I'll take up this and I'll do. In such a case, certiorari, it will be, we will file. My dear friends, know your rights, live well, properly in the society. It will good for you, good for others. So a citizen of India, you have certain freedoms, you have certain rights to do, performing your duties and functions. So ignorance of law, there is no excuse. We all do learn the law and live well in the well-versed society. Where there is a rule of law, there will be peaceful life. Where people they want peaceful life, there will be rule of law. Without rule of law, there will be no peace. That's why constitution provide certain rights. Okay, in order to protect your rights, there are various laws will be there, that central laws, state laws, and Indian constitution. Where civil cases will go through CRPC procedure rule. That's called very newly some other acts they brought, Nyaya Sanhita and Sanchita something. So existing laws was civil procedure code and criminal procedure code, Indian penal code. This where the matter was civil, go through civil procedure code and respect to that where respect to specific act. In case of criminal laws, will ruled by the civil criminal procedure code and Indian penal code and other specific laws. Thank you, my dear friends. We'll meet and weekly I'll update you with respect to constitutional matters where I know what I know. I'll share with you regarding to our human rights and our to protect the society and to make the awareness of the people their rights. So especially what I want to tell you, uh, this day onwards, every weekly once, I will release some videos with respect to our rights and fighting before the top courts with respect to these are the writs. So we are this specialized in the writs petitions. We are doing. I'm a doing practicing advocate. I having a specialized knowledge with respect to tax laws and then writ petitions. So these are my business. So I will release one video with respect to the procedural mechanism and making awareness of the people and learn the knowledge of legal things. So and especially and clearing the doubts also. Thank you one and all. Kindly subscribe my videos and my channel, and we'll going forward. You will get an updates with respect to constitutional matters and what society needs. Those laws I'll update. Thank you and all. Bye.